Good morning, everybody. How are you today? Welcome to my Ray of Light channel, and more importantly, Happy New Year, Happy 2024. And I cannot wait to start sharing information about this year, what we channeled, what's in front of us in this beautiful year moving forward. So today is January 3rd, 2024, and welcome to my Array of Light channel. Thank you so much for your support, for being here, for listening and sharing love and light to many. Keep your vibration high, and as you all know by now, you are light, you are vibrational being, you are energetic being, you are also multidimensional being, and the larger part of you is source energy in the physical body, the same energy that creates worlds. And because of that, you are deliberate creator of your own physical reality here and now in this array of light. So without you, we would not be here. Thank you so much for expanding this Array of Light tribe. And as always, we love you the goddess way of the Ruby Hearts. So please like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you would like to. And for those who are new to my channel, I do channeling work. So if you would like to book private consultation with me, you can do so at energysk.com. And for those who are in a need of ivermectin, you can go to the same website, energysk.com, and the link is also below this video. So without any further ado, let's dive in and see what the year 2024 has store for us. I would like to also mention the clocking technology, because I feel that we will be bumping into that word more and more this year, and this clocking technology is not new technology. It has been used for many years using metamaterial, and it is nothing but beaming light waves, certain wave over metamaterials, so to the naked eye the object will become invisible or distorted. Also, I want to remind you guys that a part of Lemuria is under Hawaii, so we will hear more about Lemuria as well, and how is that coming to the surface. All the Lemurians are here, and we will be talking more and more about that as well, but not in this video. So this year is the year of turbulence, final cleanup, more clarity, more pushback from people, change of financial system, change of government, and I should say dismounting all of the governments, not just in the United States but globally. This is an election year, not just for the United States, but over 100 countries globally have their election this year. So this is the year of final cleanup, finally getting rid of everything old, corrupted, non-functioning, and all of the corrupted government globally will be taking down in a third quadrant of this year 2024, and the truth about the corruption, pedophilia, party substance, human trafficking, and more will be revealed. And I do feel that it will be starting in the first quadrant, at the end of the first quadrant, and we know that all of that is tied to financial system again, so that will be crumbling down with the government structure by revealing their dirty works. So get ready, guys. The first quadrant is going to be quite bumpy for us. But at the end, it is good for humanity, and really good things are waiting for us. So, however, I do believe that the tribunals, Nuremberg 02, started last year, and a lot of the government was rounded up at the end of the last year, and they are in a gizmo. So this year is the year where the movie ends, and we the people can move forward, creating and co-creating meritocratic society. And we will be focusing more and more on the meritocratic society, what it is, and how we are going to be functioning and creating this beautiful experience, and as I said, the new meritocratic society. So we have final government roundup, final cleanup in front of us. So this first quadrant, and there will be a significant emotional spike across the globe. So let's see what will that trigger. So this emotional spike could be associated or tied to finances and or financial institutions. As we know by now, we have two-tier system in all systems, not just in the financial system. We have it in medical, school system, government system, judicial system. So it's everywhere. What you can think of, we have two-tier system all around us, and that is going to be changing. So the one financial system, the old system, is the Babylonian financial system, which is representation of global financial system, global central bank system, and quantum computers. Yes, you hear me correctly. The quantum computer is not a new way of doing. It is a trap, and the last 5 mega quantum computers were dismounted last year. We channeled their location and also explained the whole system, how it worked or used to work. Just friendly or briefly reminder about the artificial intelligence that was using quantum computers to program and manipulate humans through holograms. So there is much more to it, but we dedicated the whole video about that, so please go check it out if you are interested. So moving forward, the artificial intelligence is leftover energy of extraterrestrials called Nephilim, and they closely work with energy carabeus. And why I'm saying the energy, because it's a left of energy from another extraterrestrial entity, and they were called carabeus. So they were considered to be humans a long time ago. They lived among other humans on the surface, but eventually they all went under the ground and lived in underground tunnels. They were very tall, they were very smart, and they had a prehistoric memory, and they were very fast because they had spark of the black atom of the divinity in them. But this video is not about explaining to you what the spark of the black atom of divinity is. I'm just mentioning it here, but we will be talking more about that in some other video. So those humans, or so-called humans, had all kinds of abilities, but not as much as humans with the spark of the golden atom of the Holy Spirit. Some of you call on this golden atom the God's gene. Those are two different things, and we also explained that in our previous video. So the the speed those extraterrestrials had was parallel to the speed of quantum computer. You see how everything is tied together and how they are tied or were tied to quantum computer. The information they possess was beyond the understanding of this world, and all of these form artificial intelligence run through quantum computer. Later on, people added to it their own algorithmic programs and equations. So this is seemingly perfect quantum artificial intelligence is now making many mistakes in those algorithmic programs and equations and is falling apart. So no more Babylonian system. So we have the old banking system running parallel with the new banking system. And why we are mentioning this? Because moving into meritocratic society, we are going to be using this new banking system. I'm not talking about the quantum financial system. As I said, that's a trap. We are going to have new system, but it's not the quantum system that is heavily promoted by a lot of people. So the old system is global banking system with the main global central bank in Switzerland. We all know this. This is the old system. And we know that it's all corrupted. We know who is behind it, who is running it, who is profiting from it, and what this system or the money was used for. So I don't need to be explaining that in this video because we already know what this system is. Now we need to know that the old system was cleaned up, and we are going to be using just this web system because the system is built up throughout the whole globe, right? So but we will have smaller banks, community banks, or the sovereign banks popping up more and more. Some of those banks are already here, and the reason why I'm mentioning it because we will have the old global central banks that eventually will die out, but they will be replaced with a new financial system or small community banks, sovereignty banks, and we will have a choice on which side we want to be. So you see, that's why we have the old system still cleaned up, but also we have a new system, and I will be more specific why we are keeping the global central banks. There is a reason for it, because many people still believe in that old system. They succumb to the old system, and that's okay. Those are people who want to have 15-minute cities, who want to have digital ID, who wants to have digital currencies, and that's all going to be run through the global central banks and global system. That's an old cabal system, sort of cleaned up, but it's there for those people who still want to stay in that system, and they made decision to be in that system. And it's okay too, because we live in a world of duality, right? So we do have two sides. We have a new system and old system available to us, and it's up to us what we are going to choose individually, right? That's an individual journey. And also want to mention, since we are talking about the third dimension and duality. We all know that the fourth dimension, fifth dimension is trapped again. We are going through ascension process, but not going to the fifth dimension or being in fifth dimension. We are going to stay here in 3D. We are just going to be gaining more and more clarity and abilities as we used to have as a light vibrational beings, and we are going to combine all of that in a physical. So remember that 5D is a trap, and many of you fell for that. So moving forward with this new system of the smaller community banks, is that those banks are going to be just for that small community, and proceeds from that bank will go to benefit just that community. So small businesses, if the school system, anything that that community will need will be coming from those proceeds from those small community banks or sovereignty banks. And that's the new system we were talking about the meritocratic system. And also that's going to be new financial system, and I know that we are seeing here the push of cashless society with the digital dollar. Don't fall for that again. That's a trap. That's the old system, the digital ID. That's all in that old system, and by now you need to be really connected to your spirit and listening to your intuition. It's very important, because you will be making decision upon not just common sense but also your intuition. So this year is the year of clarity and forming new relationships through trust, right? So we are going to be building trust between each other, building trust with businesses, and also the bank system, medical system, but also in a new way. So, and that's why we need the intuition and connection with spirit. So we have that clarity to see through the nonsense, right? And people also ask me whether the banks will be closing. As we mentioned before, the global bank system is corrupted, and globally the banks will be closing down, but not as it is described, like the one day you wake up and everything is closed. No, those central banks will stay open. They will be pushing digital ID on people, the digital currency, and you will have a choice which system you want to be supporting, right? So and if we are going to have a choice with the small community banks and the sovereignty banks that are there for people, more and more people will be switching into this new system, which is for people, which is for benefit of people, benefit of communities, and not feeding the old cabal system. So eventually those banks will be shutting down because people will stop using them, right? So that's how we see it, but this is just a longer process of changing or closing down those banks. Um, so moving forward, as I said, we have already this new system running parallel with the old one, and this year is going to be a year where we will be able to start choosing the financial institutions that we trust and we want to continue to do business. Also, the medical system, we have new medical system in place as well. There is also the web of doctors in Europe. I think that it's based in Switzerland, and they are already working on a new system and practicing the new system, how to take care of the patients and gaining trust of people again, because you remember we stopped trusting the government, the bank system, the school system, and the medical system. So there is already change being done by several doctors, and they are offering new ways of taking care of their patients. So with that being said, so the first quadrant is going to be quite intense, because we believe that the information about the corruption of the government is tied to financial system as well, and that's going to be crumbling down, and and the information that is going to be revealed to the public, it's going to be quite intense. But as I said, at the end of it, everything will work out, and it's going to be to the benefit to all, for benefit to people, not just the chosen ones. And also I want to mention up that since this is the final cleanup, most of the underground tunnels that are left over are cleaned by either water, which is flooding, or some other seemingly looking like a natural disaster, earthquakes, right? So so we are going to see more of that coming up in at the end of the first quadrant, in the second quadrant, as we said, and in the third quadrant we are going to have elections. But at that time, all the corrupted government is going to be taken down in the third quadrant by voting the people into those positions that we trust. So we are going to go through election, and we are going to, as I said, vote for the people that we trust, and it's going to be, as I said, it's going to be the last president that we are going to have. Because in a meritocratic society, we are not going to have presidents or queens anymore, but that's a very long process to get fully into that meritocratic society. That's why President Trump is talking about him being the last president, which is very true, because after him, after his presidency, we will jump or roll over into that meritocratic society. So and there is a lot of information, guys, that I gave you today. So happy new year again. Watch out for those floods. We still need to do some cleanup under the Denver airport, so so that's still in the first quadrant or the second quadrant, and I will leave it at that. So Again, we love you all. Happy new year. A lot of awesome things are going to be happening in this year. We are not saying that it's going to be easy, a lot of turbulence, but at the end, everything will work out. So remember your past, because that is what brought you here. But don't be afraid to embrace your present, because if you live in it with hope and kindness and love, it's a great place to be. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. We are so excited to be here. Thank you so much for your support. You can find us at energysk.com, and we will talk to you soon. Have a beautiful day.